All right, and a very good evening. Welcome down to the second edition of the Soft TV singer-songwriter sessions. Yes, that's indeed. My name is Farid Long. My mouth is not working at all today. Let me tell you, it's been a rough day, but hey, we're gonna get it going right now. And one of the first featured artists tonight is Deborah Tan. Let's hear it for Deborah. Where you go?
I journey home to the green, but the wilderness fills my heart with grief. What at once was life has gone to sleep. My homeland there, I remember the days, how your beauty shone in the green. Through the meadows we walked in peace to the sea. Let your fires burn all I see. I will stand, I will face this uncertainty. I will rise, I will take our place. Can we save, can we keep this planet green? You and I, a choice we must make. My homeland there, I remember your gates as I journeyed home to the green. Many things we've seen, dying lands, dying trees. Let our memories flow to the sea. This journey home, many paths we must take, yet I surely know we won't fail.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that was Deborah Tan. All right, I'm going to do a quick swap over right now, and we'll just talk to Deborah a bit. Well, Deborah, thanks for being on the show. It's a pleasure to actually have you on the Soft TV Singer-Songwriter series. And man, I'm telling you, that was a really beautiful song. And I think I've heard that song before. You performed it at the diary session a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah. Relax. No, just relax.
Yeah. I performed it at the. I think like I was interested in doing like more performances to expose myself in Singapore. So what I did was I went around looking for like Facebook pages, forums, and then I spotted this diary sessions, and the organizer Jeremy Lee said like just contact me if you want to do a slot. So I thought, why not,
and that's basically what Soft TV is all about. Soft, as you know, the internet site. We've always been a purveyor of music, original music, especially for young up-and-coming musicians. Those of you who are familiar with Soft, you'll know basically what James and the rest of us are all about. And I have to admit, the first time I actually saw you at the diary session, I was blown away. And I'm not kidding. I'm serious here. I'm being really dead serious. And so probably viewers who actually caught your first song, they must have been impressed as well. Maybe you'd like to tell everybody out there in Soft TV land basically about yourselves and your friends who are playing with you today.
Okay. Actually, like what I think is what happens. I started as an arranger. So I was arranging a lot of stuff, and then I wrote my own songs and things like that. And I think what got me started on the whole getting a band together and things like that was what happened was I joined Noise Singapore. I think that was last year. And I think Don Richmond said, I like your music, but you look very lonely standing on stage, or something like that. Like I like to do the whole orchestral thing, so it's like 40 over instruments and one lonely figure on stage.
Wow.
Kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, so maybe I should get a group together and play for me. So Isabel is a violinist, you've seen her just now, and Darren is my guitarist, and actually all of us are from Singapore Polytechnic. We work together on these improvisational groups on Monday, so it's organized by my lecturer, and that's how I got to know them actually. So I mean, like, if I want to do a gig and I want reliable musicians, I decide I'll just go to the improvisational group and look for people.
Yeah, that's and what was the title of that first song you performed for us?
My Homeland Fair.
My Homeland Fair. That song
kind
sounds
of cheesy name, I think.
No, actually, no, not really, not at all. That song sounds 1,000 years old to me. I was just getting into the groove off camera. Of course, you guys couldn't see me when Deborah was playing. I was just getting into the groove of the song and closed my eyes, and I was just thinking of something like images from the James Bond movie Skyfall, and I was back on the moors somewhere in Scotland, and that's what it felt. And that's really, really beautiful music and stuff. And I was just wondering, how can someone as young as you come up with such beautiful melodies and lyrics, of course. Well, who are your inspirations? People that inspired you?
Oh, I'm so glad you think I'm young. Yay! Who are my inspirations? Right. I've always liked listening to Japanese music, but when people ask me what kind of Japanese music, like J-pop, not so much of pop stuff, more like I'm very into world music, the kind of exotic instrumentation and feel and chord progressions, plus I like more, I'm more into OSTs, like film music. So
that song would definitely fit into any one of a couple of movies I could think of. Pretty good stuff. Reminded me a lot also about stuff which Mark Knopfler does for Dire Straits when he does his soundtrack stuff and all that. And so how about other Enya? That's another musician that came to mind when I heard your song. Have you been influenced by her at all?
I listened to Enya when I was, I think, in secondary school. I think a lot of the I think some of these influences you guys might know, Joe Hisashi that did all the music for Studio Ghibli, like Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away. And then I'm very interested in this lady called Kajiura Yuki. a lot of people don't know about her, but those anime buffs will more or less know who she is because she's quite famous for having a large portfolio for doing all these interesting sounds for animations. And then I listened to Iwashiro Taro. He is the composer for Red Cliff, if you guys have watched that movie. And Kenji Kawai, all these people, but they all like, score like for OSTs for like animation movies or Japanese films or things like that. Yeah,
I've seen some of my daughter's anime shows. Don't get me wrong, and I do realize where you're coming from. So I guess it'll be safe to say that you've been influenced a fair bit by the Japanese OST anime sound feel, rather than a more Western thing?
Yes and no, because like I there was a period of time I was into symphonic rock, so all the Finnish bands and like Nightwish and all that. And then I also like there was one period of time I was listening to Russian folk metal.
Wow, Russian folk metal.
I just dig the chord progressions. Like for me, I like, because as an arranger, sometimes I have to do a lot of different styles of music. So I do have to reference to all these pieces, recently Darren's classmate sent me this piece of hers, and it was quite interesting. It's like, I think 11/8 timing, a lot of really weird spaced out electronic sounds and things like that. So I guess I would say I dig different kinds of music, but I do have, it depends on the mood, I guess.
I guess it's fair to say that you're definitely not in what's the right word to say? Not really. All the new pop stuff is definitely not your cup of tea. Am I correct to say that? Not that modern music there's anything wrong with modern music or anything, but I guess it's a different cup of tea altogether from what you're all about.
I think the thing is, I think I'm quite an emotional person, so I personally find it not emotive enough for me.
Right.
Like it doesn't explore the human emotion well enough. Like, cause like it doesn't. I think for me, the point of making music is when you, like, you were saying that you kind of imagine yourself in this place when I played, the song. So I kind of want it to paint a picture, not just, it's not just like some tunes, like, tunes and things like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, pop musicians.
No, I definitely dig where you're coming from, because I guess a lot of artists, including myself, we have our serious songs, songs that want to move people, and we have our whimsical, humorous songs, you know. And I guess it's a balance of both. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but
I think so. I mean, like, well, actually, on that note, I am going to play a pop song that I attempted to write later.
Cue to the next song then.
Yeah. So,
you want to tell us about this next song that you're going to do?
Okay, the next song is not the pop song, but the pop song will be the last song. But the second song is also quite similar to I wouldn't say it's similar. Okay, it's also along the lines of more of world music. It's I think when the camera lady actually talked to me about it. Hi, camera lady. Thanks for being here and filming us.
That's Mrs. Soft. Mrs. Soft to you.
Hi, Mrs. Soft.
Okay.
She said that it sounds like Studio Ghibli, so that's the kind of feel, I guess, that we're going for.
Before we actually go to the next song, I've got to reveal something to everybody in Soft TV land. When I first saw you the other day at the diary session, you were dressed in an Indian squaw outfit.
Yeah.
And you had your friends, you had djembes and you had other kinds of percussion, and you played a pianica and all that. Is that your stage persona, or what was that all about?
Actually, I think my stage persona always looks different. It depends on the repertoire I'm playing. Because on the side, I actually like doing... I'm actually very into makeup and fashion, so...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that was definitely a head turner. It turned my head.
Yeah. Well, it's not just for gigs. Like every day in school, people kind of wonder what I'm gonna turn up in. So it's not. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get you guys to do the next song, and maybe you wanna quickly tell us about it while I swap places.
Sure. Well, okay. This song is called Moon Gaze. It's basically it's a song I wrote when I had a crush on someone. Well, a very, very major crush on someone, and I kind of wanted to like just get that out of my system. So I wrote this song, but I didn't want it to be a typical like I love you and you don't love me song. So there are no words like love and things in there. It's very emotive and it's about nature. So I don't know. Let's see what you can get out of it. Okay.
Right. Take it away, Deborah.
Right.
Far beyond the glens, beneath the waning autumn moon, a she-wolf howls, it sings the song of distant lands. In those endless eyes, a haunting song beneath it lies, that seems to pierce your very thoughts into your soul. Lula, 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 basking in the moon gaze. Lula, 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 don't sleep this night. Don't sleep this night. Sleep among the trees, the forest beats, it calls to you. Then evening winds, that seems a gentle lullaby. In those fragrant arms, a sleep of dreams, never to wake. So let that song weave its magic, close your eyes. Lula, 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 basking in the moon gaze. Lula, 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 don't sleep this night. Lula, 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 basking in the moon gaze. Lula, 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 don't sleep this night. Don't sleep this night. Lula, 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 basking in the moon gaze. Lula, 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 don't sleep this night. Lula, 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 basking in the moon gaze. Lula, 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 don't sleep this night. Don't sleep this night. Ooh, to sleep this night.
That was a beautiful, beautiful song, Deborah. Do a quick swap over. And what was the title of that song again?
Moon gaze.
Moon Gaze. what actually inspired you to write that? So you mentioned that it was about somebody, but and I know you did mention that it's no mention of love or emotion or anything like that. But what prompted you to actually write the song and write it in such a style to conceal your real meanings, I guess?
I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm just that kind of person. But let's say if I like someone, I'm too shy to say so. So like, I will just act like I don't, for one. For another, I just generally don't. Just writing like a 4-chord progression with love everywhere doesn't seem to work for me, because I guess like I think this concept is love is not just a word that you throw out flippantly. It's something that I think is deeper. So I don't want to just be using it rampantly throughout the entire song. And
that is really deep. Yeah, definitely really deep, man. Yeah, and how old did you say you were? I'm sorry, I know it's not polite to ask a lady how old she is, but
it's okay. You said I look young, so I guess the point is to look young, not how old you are.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm 25, so I look young.
My dad says he's 18, so I mean,
Your dad say I look 18?
No, my dad says he's 18, so I think.
Oh, there you go.
We got a bit of an agreement there, but okay, I am 24 this year.
Right. And you're in uni right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so have you gigged a lot of, and what I mean by gig, I mean like professionally or doing corporate events or clubs and stuff?
Let's see. This is maybe my 5th time.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. I haven't really started doing this until recently, like really going out and doing gigs. Yeah, because I'm scared of the stage. So
really, you seem to be a very accomplished performer. From the time I saw you at the diaries.
Fake one. Fake one. Yeah.
And also, apart from just the songwriting aspect, you mentioned that you're an arranger, and again, that's something that really blows my mind. How somebody who's such an accomplished player and musician and singer and performer can be an arranger as well. You like to tell us a little bit more about your arranging and stuff that you've done so far? Apart from your own music, that is.
Right. Okay. So let me start my journey first. I guess I went to Singapore Poly and I studied music and audio technology, which Isabel and Darren are also currently students in. And I guess like it's a course that kind of teaches you everything. So you have songwriting, performance, recording, mixing techniques, all that. And from there, it kind of helps you to discover like what exactly you're really good at. And I only really started doing songwriting and arranging when I was in my final, like almost about to graduate. And then I just kept exploring it. I kept listening to like different pieces, analyzing what instruments go on in there. And that's how I arrange my stuff. And I guess I'm very blessed to have a good ear, because like I have perfect pitch. So like I don't have to struggle with chords. I just kind of know how they sound like.
You have perfect pitch.
Right.
What was that?
It's a G.
There you go.
Yeah.
She has perfect pitch. All right. Okay. And so I guess arranging, songwriting, performing, that's quite a handful. Basically, are you thinking about making music your full-time career, or do you have something else? As many of us, including myself,
I would like to. Someone out there hire me. I mean, I would love to, but I guess, in Singapore, it's a lot about bread and butter issues also. So I have considered what I would do if I wasn't like, going to jump into this bandwagon full time. So I guess like I still want to do music, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be a full time or part time thing. Yeah.
Have you recorded any albums or EPs? Even though it's not released or anything, something privately recorded. Because you've got some excellent songs.
I have some songs on my list actually, but to be honest, I'm not very good at mixing. So like I've always been feeling a bit like, I don't think I'm ready to release this yet. Kind of, I have this kind of feeling. So I'm still kind of feeling a bit iffy about it. But I upload my stuff on SoundCloud, and I have a blog, a WordPress website, and you can actually check out my Facebook also because I update there.
Right.
So you can listen to my music there.
And I imagine you've had some pretty good responses as well to your music. Everything that you've. Nothing to be shy about. That's good stuff.
Actually, right, as I was telling James, the owner of Soft just now, I am terrible at marketing myself. So, yeah.
That is one of the most important aspects about music. Not only in Singapore but anywhere around the world. The marketing bit of it. But then again, that's why there are marketing people on the other side of the coin, and artists and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be doing 4 songs for us all together today.
Yes.
Are you ready to do the next one?
Well, we'll never. You're never ready till you say you are. So I guess we are.
Okay, and you want to tell us a little bit more about the third song while I just do a quick sweep over?
Okay, sure. So the third song is titled "In My Dreams," and to be honest, I'm not really sure what came over me when I was writing it. Right now, when I look back at it, I'm not exactly like I'm not really super fond of the song because I think it's a bit too emo. I don't know. I was going through this very emo phase, and I didn't want to express anger in a loud way because that's so mainstream. Yeah, so I decided to try experimenting with lyrics, but tell you what, why don't I just play the song?
Deborah.
In my dream, a world was withering within. Autumn wind it sighed and cried tears of grief. Have you seen the seagulls crying to the sun? Far beyond the sundering seas. Did you hear the whispers of flowers that will never bloom? Lonely maiden danced till feet couldn't move. Winter silence sang the song in the bloom. Sing the empty melody. Empty hands it tried to hold to the bygone days, but your face has turned to ash and hopeless pain. Gentle roses died, and your thorns became my guide. I was lost within my dream. Empty hands it tried to hold to the bygone days, but your face has turned to ash and hopeless pain. Gentle roses died, and your thorns became my guide. I was lost within my dream. I was lost within my dream.
Yes, indeed, Deborah. As I said, let us be the judge. And no, that was definitely not emo at all. That was really, again, for the third time, I'm going to say it, a beautiful number. Reminded me a lot about the early Simon and Garfunkel material.
I love Simon and Garfunkel.
You do? You do? So I guess you know what I'm talking about. From maybe the first 2 albums. Songs like,
Mrs. Robinson?
Well, no, not so much. That's more of an upbeat. I mean, more of their songs like...
Darkness, my old friend.
Sounds of Silence, well, that's a bit dark, but I'm talking about songs like The Dangling Conversations, talking about Robert Frost and Emily Dickinson. and stuff like that. And being a big Simon and Garfunkel fan myself, I can definitely relate to the stuff. And I thought I heard a little bit of that Simon and Garfunkel thing in there, and it's great stuff. So I guess you have a lot of friends and classmates and all viewing into to the show tonight.
Guys, if you're there, send me a shout out or something, because I have no idea who is going to be watching tonight.
Because last time we counted, we had about 2,000 plus viewing us live online. So you probably have a bit, maybe more than that or so.
Yeah, I think I have some friends and family who are definitely tuning in.
That's great.
As for the rest of the people who follow me on my blog and my Facebook, I'm not too sure. So I guess it's like it's a roulette. Let's see
no worries, because it's live on it's live on the air right now, but it's going to be looped on YouTube for all of eternity. So no worries on that. We'll be able to have the chance to enjoy your music, for quite a long time to come. Yeah. So you mentioned that you do a pop song as well. Your only pop song for tonight.
For now, it's my only pop song actually.
Is that for tonight, or is that in your entire repertoire that you've only got one pop song?
I guess if you say in English, like a Western pop song.
Oh, you write. Oh, sorry. You write in other languages as well.
Well, no, not exactly. But I guess I have this pop song that sounds very, very Japanese because it's inspired by Japanese pop.
J-pop.
Yeah, but and actually, I do have someone on my team that actually helps me to translate my music into Japanese lyrics.
Right.
So sometimes we do have collaborations, but I try not to rely on people too much lah. So right now I'm trying to brush up my Japanese, and for now I just want to write English songs, but write them with a different, I don't know if write English songs with different kind of ethnicity, if you know what I'm saying. So this pop
not
song,
really.
Right, so you're saying how my music sounds very world music inspired. So I guess you could say it's in a way it's a different nationality, but you're superimposing English lyrics onto it. Yeah, so this last song is actually a pop song, but someone what happened was a friend of mine actually challenged me to write a pop song. He said, I think you're not confident of yourself, and that's why you don't want to write a pop song. So in response to that, I wrote this pop song.
Have you got a bet going with him on that? Have you got a bet going with him on that?
Unfortunately, no. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit richer right now. I should have, asked for money.
You should have.
Yeah.
Well, at least a dinner, out of the whole thing.
At least dinner, right?
So what's this pop song that that you've written and that you're going to perform for us next? The title of the song and what is it all about? And
it's called Boy in the Well. I believe you've heard it before at the diary sessions.
Right.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
And before I actually get you to perform the last song, let me once again compliment you and your fellow musicians. Excellent stuff. And if you guys see it fit to somehow work with me one of these days, I would love to have you.
Of course,
record
no
with
problem.
me
Yeah, sure.
Whenever
Definitely.
I
love your 5 Cs.
Oh, thank you. But there are other great songs and some of songs which I've written and not recorded because I've always looked for musicians who can actually fill in the voids and definitely from what I've seen from you guys today, wow, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm always looking for guitarists because I'm a keyboardist. So for example, my Homeland Fair, when I sequenced it, I was because I can't play guitar, right? So the MIDI guitar sounds just ugly. Yeah, so I'm always game for collaborations.
Great, excellent. Yeah. And before we actually finally get you on for the pop song, any parting words that you want to say to all your friends and to all the younger members of SOFT, younger up and coming musicians, word of advice or anything at all that you message to pass on?
Okay, this is pretty random, but I think what I should tell everybody is treasure your friends. I mean, I'm very grateful that Isabel and Darren have taken out time to play for me. And I think when you're a musician, friendship is very important because you want to be working with people and social communication skills and all that is really, really going to help you a lot if you're going to work with other people. It will make your music better and your friends can actually give you new ideas. Second parting word is whoever is out there watching and supporting my music, thank you for watching, and I hope you like my music. If you want to look for me on Facebook, you just go to the name of my Facebook page is Debbie and the Curtain Call. So I'll see you there if you come.
Excellent stuff. Last time out tonight, Deborah Tan.
Okay.
Clawing, clawing, he was crawling to the light from the dark. Crawling, crawling, he was calling. Are you there? Do you care that I'm gone? Lovely bones I have, why don't you join him? Stuck in a well, darker than hell, boy in the well. Calling, calling, he started screaming. His pretty face covered in things I don't dare say. A lonely, lonely, sad existence. Boy, I care, I do care that you're gone. Lovely bones he has, why don't you join him? Stuck in a well, darker than hell, boy in the well. Lovely bones he has, why don't you join him? Stuck in a well, darker than hell, boy in the well. Lovely bones he has, why don't you join him? Stuck in a well, darker than hell, boy in the well. Darling, darling, I'm so sorry, but you'll be there, always there, stuck in a well.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Deborah Tan. You know, before you go, just a few parting words. I gotta admit something.
Yes.
You know, I had a rough day today. Okay, I had a god awful rough day today.
Oh boy, we all had a rough day today.
And you know, and I didn't come into the sessions with a particularly good frame of mind today. But after listening to your songs, your set, it really made my day. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and all in success in all your music and everything that you're going for. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Deborah Tan.
I just want to thank Mr. James Wu and his wife, his lovely wife Leslie Wu, for organizing this show. Because without them and their hard work, I think it will be impossible to do this. So, yes, let's credit Mr. and Mrs. Soft.
That's right, Mr. and Mrs. Soft. A shout out to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the lovely sounds of Deborah Tan. So, coming right up after this, after a short pause for a chord, we've got the fantastic Anastasia Francis and Justin Bannister. That's right. We'll take a short pause for a chord. We'll see you in 5.